So the head waiter says, he says, an excellent choice, monsieur, the wild green fairy lip squid. Gervais will kill it for you and cook it.
Gervais? What kind of name is that? What kind of name is the wild green, whatever it was?
Oh, come on, girls, don't you two start.
Tony, be quiet. Your dad's trying to tell us a joke.
But, Mum...
Tony, haven't you got something to do? Otherwise I'll find something for you. I can, you know.
Excuse me, but I mean, I am in the middle of a joke here.
Can you just stick this card in the window?
Oh, give it to Jackie. And then you get out from underneath my feet and go and do something.
So?
What a stupid idea.
Go on, Ron.
Now, Gervais, he is too kind-hearted, you see, to kill this wild green fairy lip squid.
This is getting very silly, Ron.
Dee, would you just shut up and listen, please? Now, as I say, Gervais, you see, he's too kind. So he takes it into Hans, who's the dishwasher, and he says, Hans, will you kill this wild green fairy lip squid for me?
Jimmy took me to a fish restaurant once, you know. They had all these lobsters swimming about.
Oh, they're nicer than they look, you know, lobsters. I had one once on holiday.
For goodness sake, what is the matter with you two? Do you know what? There is something seriously wrong with women's brains. Do you know that? Hey.
Yes, Ron.
No sense of humour. None at all. It's a scientific fact. Right. I'm going to see if I can find Barry Grant again and talk to somebody civilised for a change. See if he's made his mind up about that end unit yet.
I think we should open it as a florist.
Florist? What are you talking about, a florist? You don't make any money out of flowers. Anyway, who'd run it?
I would.
Oh, you would? Oh, I see, you'd run it. Oh. You won't help me in here, like, but you're perfectly happy to do shop work if it means flitting about with a couple of daffodils in a fern. No, Dee, I have told you. Magazines, videos, cards. That's where the money is. I mean, there's cards for everything these days, isn't it? Hey? There's get well cards, survive your operation cards, sorry you're dead cards. I mean, you can't do anything these days without somebody sending you a card for it.
This is a hint. He wants a good look card for his compare audition down the Legion.
Dearest, I will settle for an audience of all men, thank you very much. Hiya, Jax.
Hiya. What are you up to in such a rush?
To find Barry Grant.
I'm not answering anything. Why are you doing this to me? This is such a nightmare. It's like something out of Kafka. Who made the accusation, anyway?
Mrs. Corkhill made this accusation.
Yeah, you know why, don't you?
No, Mr. Harrison. I don't know why. You tell me.
I'm not telling you anything.
Mum. Yeah.
You knew that hot lad's a mess in Scotland, Paul Howard.
The one in the tent, I can hardly forget, can I?
Well, he's coming over from Manchester for an open day at the Poly, and he wants to see me. He wrote me this letter.
He looks a very nice lad.
Are we going to see him again, or what?
Well, you know what my dad would say?
I think we can make a pretty good guess. But not tell him yet, eh? He'll only overreact and upset everybody, including himself. We'll introduce him to the idea slowly, if necessary.
Oh, thanks.
And if you see your dad and he tells you a joke, don't interrupt and laugh at the end.
Oh, well, I know when it is the end.
Would you till that for me? I'm going to go to the bank and sort some bills out. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Oh, hello, Keith.
Hiya.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad, was it?
Excuse me, that notice in the window, the one about the job at the petrol station. Hi, Jax.
Right.
You're working there, aren't you? So what's the score? Is there a job there or not? Because when I asked him about working there the other week, he said no chance.
Well, he's definitely interviewing people now.
So do you reckon it's worth me having another word with him? Oh, sorry. I'm in your way.
No, you're all right, kid. How you doing, anyway?
Not so bad. Just looking round for the part-time job.
Oh, well, life is a constant and ever-changing pattern, son. We move on.
God, he's going to get philosophical now.
In my case, to Birmingham. Just got a couple of cans, love, for the journey. Then I'm going to go and get packed.
See you, Jax.
Why don't you can have a word with Mr. Webb now? I'll come with you. I'm on in 10 minutes anyway.
Try love.
See you, kids.
Hey, you think you prefer the fella?
Great.
So, you've not changed your mind then?
No.
You deny absolutely having sex with Mrs. Corkhill. The quicker we can clear this up, Mr. Harrison, the sooner you can go.
I don't actually deny it.
So you did have sex with her?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you tell us this before?
Because you didn't ask before. The question, as I understood it, was did you rape her? I did not rape her.
In other words, she consented to sex.
Yes, of course she consented to sex, otherwise we couldn't have had it, could we?
Well, you started by kissing her?
I started by comforting her. She was upset.
And you maintained she was a willing participant?
Yeah, very willing, actually.
Didn't she express any reservations about what you and she were doing?
She said, what about Rod? And I said, he doesn't need to know, does he?
Doesn't need to know what?
Well, that we're going to have sex.
So you were assuming at that point that full sexual intercourse was on the agenda?
Yeah. If that's the way you want to put it. Oh, it sounds a bit clinical. We were both very worked up.
And when Mrs. Corkill asked, what about Rod, you assumed that she had the same expectation, full sexual intercourse?
Yeah, obviously.
Did she at any point ask you to stop?
No. No, she didn't. And she's not put up any resistance at all. Quite the opposite, in fact. What? If she'd wanted me to stop, she'd have fought me off, wouldn't she?
When it was over, what state was she in?
Oh, by that time, she'd realised what she'd done. She was very upset. Of course she was. We were both upset. And worried, obviously. But the worst word you can use to describe what happened is adultery. It wasn't rape. And if she's suggesting it was, she's lying.
I said no. I tried to wriggle out from underneath him, but he was holding my wrists. Not hard. I don't mean hard. Oh, he was supporting the weight of his body with his arms. It was very difficult to get free. And I was trying to think what I could do. How I could get out of it without anyone finding out. And then suddenly it was all over. He rolled off. It was very quick. Hey, good luck anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Mr. Webb?
I know you, don't I? Didn't you used to work in that pizza parlour?
Part-time, yeah. I'm a student.
So, well, what can I do for you?
Keith Rooney.
What can I do for you then, Keith?
Well, I came to see you a few weeks back about a part-time job.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I've just seen your advertisements in the window.
Oh, what a pity. Do you know, if only you'd come earlier.
It's gone.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes.
Thanks anyway.
So the head waiter says, I am sorry, monsieur, there is a little problem in the kitchen. You see, hands that do dishes is as soft as Gervais with mild green fairy lip squid. Hands that do dishes.
Yeah, I know that, but it's a bit old.
Well, you might squeeze half a laugh, Jack. A grunt even, I'm not proud.
Honest, Dad, everybody knows that one. Keith! Hey, Keith! Hey, listen, Dad, Keith says him and Mike and a crowd from the Poly are going down to the Raz tonight. It's just a club. Can I go?
Can a camel knit?
Oh, come on, Dad, please. You never let me go anyway.
No, that's because I know what you'd get up to if I did.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, no? I'll leave you alone for one evening in Edinburgh, Jackie. One evening.
It's so good talking to you.
Hey, tell you what, special treat, if you promise to laugh. You can come with me and your mum on Bonnie night down to the Legion.
The Legion?
Well, it's a club, innit? What more do you want? It's got a bar, it's got a disco.
Oh, yeah, what is it? You play the Gay Gordons?
Well, come down with me and your mother. You'll be able to see for yourself what kind of disco it is, won't you?
Yeah, well, I'll think about it.
Hey, don't do me any favours, madam.
Hey, well, listen, can I bring someone else then?
Like who?
Like Casey Rogers and a mate?
Aye. Suppose I'm going to need all the help I can get, aren't I? Yeah. Mind you, I'll have to get some Laugh Now cards printed if they're coming. Hey, Barry! You keep sweeping cinders, you're doing a good job. Barry, glad I caught you. Any more thoughts?
About what, Ron?
Well, you know, you said you'd get back to me, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, about the end unit.
Oh, yeah. You want to rent it, do you?
Yeah, I was thinking about turning it into a news agent, you know.
Right, well, I can't see any problem.
As long as you come up with a deposit, you know, 6 months' rent. The rent will be the same as what you got in the Trading Post now.
No chance of a deal?
Well, I'd like to, Ron, with you being my first tenant and all that. But the thing is, you see, it's 2 separate units, so it's 2 separate rents. Take it or leave it.
All right, I'll have to talk to Dee Dee about it.
All right, great. Well, I've got things to do. Do I, pay the deposit to you or Max Farnham? To Max.
Hi, Paddy. Doing a spot of wheeling and dealing?
Spot of business, actually, Telly.
You wouldn't believe it, would you, Degs? But I knew this goer Ed Tycoon when he was an innocent little 5-year-old.
Yeah, well, the only go-ahead tycoon round here now is Ron Dixon. He's just been on to me about expanding into the end unit. Anyway, I've got a meeting to go to, so I'll probably see you around, eh?
Yeah, you probably will. I'm not going anywhere.
You know, it's a pity about that end unit. It's just what we could do with it. Make an ideal charity shop. Capcom.
You want that end unit for a charity shop?
You know, what I want and what I can afford are 2 separate things. I believe you have to pay rent on shops, don't you?
Well, do you want it or not?
Yeah, of course I want it. But I mean,
Well, leave it to me then.
yeah, I've got no money. I haven't even got a job, have I?
I just said leave it to me, okay?
No, I didn't. I didn't shout for help. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like some stranger attacking you with a knife. It wasn't about screaming for help. So, what, you're saying it's only proper rape if there's lots of violence and he uses a knife? He invaded me. He invaded me, my body, and all right, maybe I led him on to believe that that's what I wanted. But I didn't want it, and I told him I didn't want it, and he still didn't stop.
So are you waiting for me, or what?
As a matter of fact, I am. My mate Derek reckons that end unit would make a good charity shop for that Cafford lot he works for.
Cafford, eh? I suppose you want me to work you the deal out on the rent?
Yeah, I want it rent-free.
That doesn't sound like a very good business proposition to me, to.
Oh, I don't know. Charity is a business these days, and anyway, it won't do you any harm.
True. Might even do me a bit of good as well, for a limited period.
There you go, I mean, what are mates for? I woke up this morning, I thought, what bit of good did I do my mate Barry today, eh?
All right, then. You can tell your mate Derek that he can have the end unit till Christmas. I'll tell Ron, though. Tell him not to say nothing, OK?
Oh, you know me, I'm good at keeping secrets.
Don't push your luck, eh, Terry?
I wouldn't dream of it.
I told you they couldn't keep him.
God, you all right?
No, we're releasing your son on police bail, Mrs. Harrison, pending further inquiries.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that if, after further inquiries, we decide there's a case to answer, Peter will be asked to report here to be formally charged, and in due course, he'll appear before magistrates.
Look, do the press have to be informed about this?
No, don't worry. It's nothing more than an allegation at the moment, her word against his. There are some bail conditions, though. Peter mustn't change his address without informing us, and he's to have absolutely no contact with Mrs. Corkhill.
I don't think there'll be any danger of that, do you?
Oh, where's that card Tony gave us?
Oh, I've got it somewhere.
Excuse me, love. I better put it up. Well, God knows what he's advertising for.
He's probably hiring himself out by the hour to drive people mad.
What?
Yeah?
He wants to sell his Mega Drive, his computer game.
What do you mean sell it? Had him after his birthday. He's only had it a couple of months.
He's asking 60 quid for it.
I got him Nintendo for Christmas, this Mega Drive for his birthday. I sweated blood to get him all his computer stuff.
I expect he wants to get Super Thingy, Nintendo. That's what my sister's lads are into.
Well, Super Nintendo, the little beggar to the wall. Well, it's a bit bloody much, Dee, isn't it? I mean, why doesn't he just come round and kick me in the teeth while he's at it? I find it very hurtful, to be honest, you know. That was a present, that. Obviously didn't mean that much to him, did it?
Well, I'll go and have a word with him. It looks like he's going to sell the entire contents of his rooms by this.
Yeah, and hey, tell him he's lucky that it's you that's having a word with him and not me. Do you know what? If I had my way, I'd ban every flaming computer game in England. We're not raising kids anymore. We're raising a whole generation of VDUs.
Just come to say goodbye.
Oh, Yeah, I'll go and check upstairs.
All right, Mick.
Right, Tez.
Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. It's all fixed.
What is it?
The shop, you've got it rent-free till Christmas, but don't say anything to Ron, not yet.
Hang on, say that again.
You've got the shop rent-free till Christmas.
How'd you manage that?
Well, let's say he owes me a favour.
I don't know what to say.
Well, don't be too grateful because Barry isn't making any sacrifices.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Terry. Thanks.
Look, seeing as you're doing people favours, Tez, do you fancy looking after this place for us till Ellis gets back? I've got to take the kids to the dentist.
No, I better not, Mick, because, well, you know, when I was running it last time, I was half cut, wasn't I? And I'd end up burning it down on you, honest.
Oh, well, back to plan A then.
There you go. Call again, won't you?
Hey, Mr. Webb.
Yes, sir?
Can I ask you something?
Bit too soon for a pay rise, love. Try again in 6 months.
No, I just wanted to ask if my friend Keith get the job.
Oh, he's a friend of yours, is he?
Oh, well, sort of, yeah. I used to go out with him until my dad started kicking off. He said old-fashioned old things like that, my dad.
What about you going out with lads like?
Well, yeah, and about him being black and everything. So did you get it then?
Well, I'm afraid not. I'd already offered the job to Leanne, what's her name? Leanne Powell.
Oh, well, I thought you wanted the lad to do it.
Well, I did, yeah. I would have preferred one, but that's how it goes. Still, I don't want you girls accusing me of sexism now, do I?
So, when's Leanne starting then?
Pardon?
I said, when's Leanne starting?
Oh, I haven't sorted out a starting date yet. I'll tell you what I wanted to ask you, Jackie. You live quite close to that fellow that runs the pizza parlour, don't you?
Who, you mean Mick?
Yeah. You don't know what number he lives at, do you?
I don't know. What way does the numbering go? It's a close, so it'll either be clockwise or anti-clockwise, won't it?
Right. See you later, boys. I've got to get off because the kids will probably be there already. I'll see you.
All right, see ya.
Well, why did you want to know anyway?
Well, it's nothing. Look, I've just got to nip out for a minute. You'll be all right on your own, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll only be 10 minutes.
Yeah, fine.
All right, John?
All right, Mick, yeah.
Hello? Did you... Well, were you looking for Ron?
Ron? Oh, yeah, Ron, yeah.
But he's at the shop.
Oh, yeah, of course he is. Oh.
I am going to learn everything that they've got to teach. And in a couple of years, we're going to have that business. Our business. And we're going to make $1 million.
What am I going to do with you?
Well, everything I do, it's for you, you know. You know that, don't you? Everything.
I'd be happy with just you and the movie.
Yeah, I know you would. But you deserve more than that, don't you? You deserve the lot. Hey. I'll ring you tonight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Silly, really. Just feels more than just goodbye for a couple of weeks.
Come on, love, sit down a second.
Gonna lose him again, you know, Ron.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. He's such a stupid man. He's all dreams. It's like having another kid to look after. This great big kid who's got in with the wrong company again. I can't carries across to. Well, it's the world he knows. Clubs, boozing, gambling. It's his world. But he's not clever enough for it, Ron. He never has been. Just felt like a very final sort of goodbye.
He'll be back.
Oh, no. I know we will. I just don't know if the Jimmy that'll come back will be the Jimmy I've just said goodbye to.
Right. I want the truth. I want to know what's going on.
You know what's going on.
All I know is that Diana Corkill has accused you of rape.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Thank you, Mum.
Yes, all right, all right. But we need to know what's happening. We need to know where we stand. What made her go to the police, for God's sake? She obviously thinks she's got some grounds for this allegation.
She's trying to cover her tracks. She's trying to use me to save her marriage.
Oh, Peter, it's all right. It's okay. Get him a drink, John.
What do you mean she's using you to save her marriage?
It's all lies. I didn't do it, Mum. Not what she said.
Of course you didn't.
All right, let's just take it slowly. Now you say she's lying.
Yes.
So what happened?
I went to that party. Yeah, the one at the Farnhams. She was there. We started kissing.
Hang on a minute. You and Diana Corkill started kissing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need a drink. She's a married woman.
Yes. I know she's a married woman. And okay, it was stupid. I know it was stupid, but these things happen, Dad.
No, they don't. Oh, no, they don't. Not unless you want them to happen.
Okay, so maybe I wanted it to happen. Both of us did. And then afterwards, she got all upset over Rod.
Afterwards, huh? After what?
What do you think?
What? You had sex with her?
Oh, Peter.
Oh, get real, Mum. These things happen. They happen all the time. And then 24 hours later, after refusing point blank to speak to me, she suddenly accuses me of rape. 24 hours later. Now, what does that look like to you?
Looks like you don't know the meaning of self-control.
I don't think you've got a right to lecture me on self-control, Dad.
Arrogant little... You lecherous little bastard!
A married woman,
for God's sake! You had sex with a married woman! When you keep your brains in your trousers! I could kill you for this! I could kill him for
John,
this!
this isn't going to help.
It helps me!
I didn't rape her. I swear to you, it wasn't rape. How many times have I got to say it before anyone believes me?
Phew, hot and heavy in Brookside there. And did you notice on the petrol forecourt the prices were 45p a litre? That's vintage Brookside for you. It'll be back at 2:10 tomorrow. This afternoon at 4:30 in Mystic Challenge, the guest is posh rogue Jamie Blanford.
Now, if you were watching earlier, you would have seen us talking about the newspaper headlines today, still covered with the stories of the floods. But we want to know your stories, not if you've been stuck on motorways or roads, but if your home has been affected, if you've lost things of sentimental value. Please phone us or email us, and the address and number are on your screen right now.
And if you want to get your hands on one of these gorgeous beasts, it is a living hand.